Hey there. So, I've ordered some products from Amazon. One of my challenges here has been to get anything to me at all for many years. Um, and since I like to stay in the forest, I don't even want to go into town to buy stuff. And then I have to buy small amounts, and it's inconvenient and probably risky as far as disease and shit like that. So I'm trying to figure out how to get orders. I can't actually get anything delivered to my house at all since the roads are bad and a taxi won't come here and DHL and FedEx won't come here. So that's been difficult. Even a friend of mine is sending down a Wise card. It's a way of transferring money because I can't use an ATM. So another reason to use an online service like Amazon to get things delivered is because I can't get access to cash currently. The Wise card that he's sending down should allow me to get cash from a bank account if there's anything in it. And so with these I can use a credit card. I'm currently running my life on a credit card and I'm in some serious debt. But I gotta eat. I gotta eat food. So I did get boxes. It took, let's see, I ordered on the 17th. It's now the 1st of December. And so Amazon even takes quite a while to get things to 2 towns over where I have a friend that can receive packages for me. Let's see what I got. Other thing is I like to have boxes because eventually I may wish to ship stuff out of here. And so for me the box itself, the packaging itself is not waste. It's actually potentially useful. Oh, this is not what I wanted. That's okay. About 5 boxes like this. Each box I think has 20 200 kilogram, 200 gram packages of noodles that are way smaller than I like. I don't like these tiny noodles, even though they cook really quickly, which is good for energy use. They become kind of mushy, which I don't like. I didn't think that was what I ordered, but I guess it was. I have to get better at ordering things, which I'm not good at. In general, I haven't needed to buy much stuff. I live real simple, but in some cases, I actually need to get things because I can't get them locally at all. And we're going to find some of that kind of stuff in this box right here. I think in here, I've got another kind of pasta I'm trying out. I don't know if it's any different. I thought it was going to be whole wheat pasta, but I don't think it is. And of course, ideally we would make our own fresh pasta here, but living alone like a hermit, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to make a tiny amount of pasta every day. It makes a lot more sense if you have bigger groups. And that would be the real way to go, is to just buy flour in big, huge bags. And fresh pasta is just awesome. Also, it cooks faster, so we would save energy on that as well. Let's see what's in this big box of fun stuff. This is like Christmas, except that I have to pay for it. All right, let's take a look at what's in this box. Well, this is a box of a different kind of pasta. Oh, that's nice and heavy. And the cost of these is not radically different than buying it in the store anyway, but far more convenient for me. So, I know a lot of people hate Amazon. I don't know if I'm supposed to hate them or not, but if it's a choice between not being able to get anything, that's a weird box. We're getting stuff. I want to get some stuff. So here's some spaghetti. And these packages of pasta are a little bit bigger. And look, the pieces of the pasta are much larger. So it's not going to have that gooiness problem. This is durum wheat. High protein. Seems pretty cool. And there's a whole lot of pasta in that box. For me, living way out here, it's far better to buy in bulk. Now these are plastic containers, which is not my preference, but I don't have any other options for me where I'm at. Let's see what else we got in this box. I bought some dehydrated salsas. These are very lightweight, and I've thought about buying salsas online as well, and I might do that because I buy them in little boxes. They're the Tetra Pak type boxes, which I also am not a fan of that packaging, but oh well. Let's take a look at one of these. Let's see, I've got 3 of these. Let's see, was it 4? 4 boxes of these, and since they're dehydrated, I'm not paying to ship water. You know, dehydration is a wonderful thing. I do it here with my solar dehydrator. And I suppose I might be able to look at the ingredients on these and make my own dehydrated pastas during parts of the year when the ingredients are really cheap. That would be really cool. Alright, well, these packages are pretty small, and so this makes me wonder, for the cost, how much does this package of salsa cost? Look at that, that's all it is. If I dehydrated a little can or package of salsa, how much matter would be in it? How much of that I'm paying for is water? I don't know. So these are 245 grams of, oh, it says it makes 245 grams of prepared salsa. So that will help me if that's true, and I won't have to go out and dehydrate an actual, you know, container of liquidy pasta. It does say it's spicy, this one does. That's okay with me, I like spices. This one's a tomate verde, that's cool. This is salsa mexicana. What else I got in here? Tomate de habanero. This might be real spicy too. Hopefully not too spicy, but I can probably control for that. That's pretty exciting. So I'm really liking that potentially. And if we do look at the ingredients list, let's see here. It is blurry and hard to read. Has citric acid in it, probably to preserve it, and that's another issue, is that if I do my own dehydration, I may have to add things to aid with dehydration or preservation, really. So that's pretty cool. I'm into that. Let's see what else. I also got a big thing of minced garlic. The cost on this garlic was 205 pesos, about $11 probably. But the cool thing is it's all chopped up already. This is Kirkland brand, so this is ultimately from Costco. And one of the other things I could be doing with, now that I can order things, is I could then order from Home Depot, from Office Depot, from Costco, and I can compare the prices of those. I want to get a whole food system worked out so it's really easy. Now, I can buy fresh garlic, and the weight of this is the weight with the liquid in it. And so I'd have to compare, because right now garlic, last time I checked, was 160 pesos a kilogram, but the time it takes to process garlic is also part of the factor. So there's an equation on every product that you buy that helps you decide whether or not you should be buying it or making it or growing it or buy it from a neighbor or whatever it is. Nobody around here grows garlic except me, and I'm not very good at it yet. But for me, in my situation, this is excellent. Also, this container looks infinitely reusable. I'm really liking the container. Because for me, containers shouldn't be waste product. They should be something I can use. Something else that's really hard to get around here is pens that I like. They sell a lot of pens where the top comes off and then you lose the top. And it's inconvenient, and if you pull the top off, then you have two things, and then you have to not lose it. These are click button things. It says 1.0 on it, which probably means that they are pretty fine point. Let's take a look and see how they write. Let's see. That seems pretty good. That is a very fine pen. These are all Bic pens. I bought, I believe, 5 packages of 3 each, so that's 15 pens. But I use pens every day, so that'll keep me going for quite a while. And again, it's a product I can't get here. So, you know, I've thought about, even as I figure out what products I should have, I want to stock a store here in my place so that when people come, they can actually buy stuff instead of constantly asking me to borrow, to lend them all these things, because they're not prepared. I become their daddy. That bothers the hell out of me. They should be prepared for themselves. I don't want to be their daddy in most cases. I also got this 4 terabyte hard drive. It looks like it's a Seagate hard drive. I don't know how to open this up. My knife hat. It's external, probably USB. I'm hoping it's USB-C, since I now use USB-C, and I don't think I looked online to see what kind of USB connector it is. That was my mistake. I'm so not used to shopping that I barely know what I need. When I first realized I could finally order products, I was almost confused because I've gotten so used to getting by with so little. And in the past, people have brought me things here. They've actually driven them down. So I have a wish list of things that it's easier if somebody just brings it down. But maybe I won't need to rely on that as much. This kind of packaging, of course, is useless to me. I can find some weird use for it, but it's not real great. This particular one has the specialized USB connector here, weird little connectors, and the other side is USB. So, but this is the part this part goes into the drive. The other part is regular USB, which I can still deal with, but my laptop uses USB-C, so that's a little bit inconvenient for me. We'll save that for last. That looks fun. And here's another salsa thing. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab my phone, and I want you to think about how you order things and why you would order what you order or why you wouldn't. Packaging, like I say, is real important. Cost does matter to me, and I have to, if I'm going to be running, you know, a place like a small town here, then I want to be doing bulk orders with lots of stuff, and maybe not ordering through Amazon, but maybe ordering directly from companies and getting a bulk price on things. So you think about that, and I'll be right back. This is my phone. It's a Samsung S53 5G or something, or I don't know what it is. But it's fairly new to me, and I like it because it has a bunch of cameras on it, and I'm currently trying to make a virtual version of the Bosque, which means I need to do 360 photospheres, which I've had mixed luck on. But one problem is it's weak, and everything here has to be as tough as possible. It's a very, very harsh, dusty environment, and I walk around on trails a lot. Everything tends to get broken. Why are you beeping? Don't beep. My phone, I don't know how to use my phone, and it beeps at me a lot. I'm learning, I guess. I'm so behind. You know, everybody else, it's normal to have a fancy phone. For me, I'm pretty new to the smartphone idea. This was the toughest case I could find. It cost 200 pesos, about $10, so it's probably worth it. Looks like it fits in here this way. And what I like about this is it has a little slidey thing here to cover up the camera. I'm very concerned that the cameras will get scraped up, you know, because I keep this in my pocket or whatever. It's also got a little clip on here so that, in theory at least, I can set my phone sitting up. I wouldn't mind if it also had a clip, so I could clip it onto my belt, but it doesn't, and this was the best I could do. It does look pretty tough. I'm not going to drop it and find out, but that little door is my favorite feature of this. I think this is going to work out real well. It feels pretty solid. Let's look at our last product here, shall we? This is a luxury item. This is just for fun. This is a container for a beer. For a big beer. Because those are the kind of beers I drink. I don't drink tiny beers. And supposedly it's going to fit this size of bottle. This is a 1.2 liter bottle, also known as a 40, I believe, in the United States, and 40 ouncer. Here they're called caguamas. And the benefit of this, ideally, is it has a handle on it, because I can walk around with a beer like this. I like to walk around and drink a beer on a hot day, and I you know, my hands are pretty big, so I can hold this. I can hold it this way, whatever. But it would be nicer to have a handle. Also, my beer warms up pretty quickly. Why is there a ball in here? Maybe that's just a little extra for me. I could use that. That's very cute. I don't think that was on the listing on Amazon. So in theory, I can just put my beer right in there and then walk around with this. I don't really like that it makes a noise. However, there's another piece to it that screws it in. Maybe that'll change it. Still makes a noise. But that's pretty cool. And I picked out a pattern that I think is neater than the other ones. There was a nice blue one as well. This could also be used for other things, I think, because there's another top for it right here. And I don't know how thermal that really is, but you know, I'm a big guy. I need big things. So let's see if this screws on here somehow. Maybe it just stays in there. Oh, it looks like you can sip it out of here. I don't know what kind of drink I'm expected to put in here. I don't have a refrigerator, so I can't keep things cold. So everything's going to go to room temperature anyway. Of course, I could set beers out at night, or I could put a cloth on it. I guess this just kind of fits in there. I don't know if it really screws in. And then they also sent me a couple big straws, metal straws, which is kind of cool. And there's a spot right here you can fit the straw in. I don't personally use straws because I think they're silly, but this wouldn't really work for soup that well. I guess you could put soup in it, and that's just not how I do things. My best storage is right here, so I can knock back a lot of liquid or soup or whatever. So I probably won't end up using that. It also comes with a little cleaner here, apparently for these little straws. And they did send me 2 of them, which is nice. They seem pretty strong. Maybe they're stainless steel or something. So that's my tour of my new stuff. Also, it came with this. I do not know what this is. It doesn't fit in there. The ball does fit in there. That's interesting. Aha! It fits this in there. Oh, this is like a car cup or something. Well, I'm not going to drive around drinking a caguama, probably. And the ball fits in there, so that's interesting. But my plan is just to use it for a beer. So I'll just grab this. And this. And I guess that'll keep the caguama from falling out. But I'm not going to be turning, oh, I guess, oh, so it doesn't slide out while I'm drinking it. I wish I had a caguama here today. I'd show you how it works. The important thing about buying beer in this form is that these bottles get reused. You see how there's a little bit of wear on the bottle there? And that means they're not melting them down all the time. So ecologically speaking, this is the best way to buy beer around here. And maybe they replace the label if the label's worn or something like that. Let's see if this would fall out. I don't think it would fall out because I would have my mouth on it while I was drinking it. But maybe if I was walking around, this little ring would still be handy. Anything else about shipping and getting things? I do want to set up that store so that I'm stocked up with enough stuff for 6 months. I shouldn't have to be going into town all the time. When people do come here to visit me, I want them to be staying on the property. I don't want them to have to need to go out. Also, this is going to reduce the number of car trips people take. I don't want people driving in and out all the time. It seems like a waste of time. It seems unsafe. And I want to live this kind of life removed from the outside world for a variety of reasons. Well, in your life, I hope you do think about what packaging you have, and you could go through your garbage and wonder, why did I produce that garbage? How could I have avoided producing that garbage? You know, could you grow your own stuff? I mean, I should be making my own beer here. I used to do that back in Seattle. And but doing an inventory on your garbage is a good way to find out what problems you have and what potential solutions you have. Good luck to you.